Welcome back to What's Kenner French Thinking. I am your host, Elaine Mingus, and we have Kenner French here, where we're going to ask him, Kenner, what are you thinking? But we're going to talk about Kenner and how he even came into this AI world. So I want you to start very beginning. Once I was a boy, I was born as a dark brunette. Tell me how were you as a boy? Like, were you always interested in technology? What did your childhood look like?
What did my childhood look like? Well, totally different than me being a, Amazon #1 best author for my book, Modern Millions AI. I was very opposite. I was a crazy little kid. I liked sports. All I did was sports. I was raised in the Northwest. I live on Bainbridge Island right now in Washington State. I just was about sports. I didn't care about technology. I hated taxes. I actually hated school. I was always considered to be pretty smart, but I'd rather go, play around with my buddies, play basketball, football, soccer, whatever the sport is, instead of, spending time in school because I thought school was kind of boring. It was a little bit too simple. So, yeah, it's kind of ironic. Now here I am doing technology, lowering tax liability for business owners using artificial intelligence, especially back then when I didn't want to do anything in school.
Well, I mean, I think you total that makes you so relatable. I think to half of people that really didn't enjoy school. I actually did enjoy school until my
You
high
did?
school years,
Mm.
and then I went a little off the AWOL. But
Yeah.
it always is interesting to hear how somebody, it's not like you were this nerdy little kid who really
Yeah.
enjoyed, with your little like glasses with tape on it. You were somebody who was just into sports. How has sports played into, like, how you understand the world and how you understand taxes and the AI world and stuff like that. Has is there some sort of synergy between the 2?
Yeah, totally. By doing sports, it taught me the value of teamwork, and it's the people around me that have helped me to be able to enjoy any little bit of success that I've enjoyed. If it weren't for the people around me, I have a great tax attorney. I have Bob Bloom, my business partner on the law side. Wasn't for him, I wouldn't know anything about asset protection. Deb Woodruff, who helps us to run the general administration of the company, our bookkeeper. I mean, without my team, there's no way I would be able to be successful if you define me as successful. So what I would say is it's all really based on sports. Without sports, there's no way I'd be doing what I'm doing today.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that is amazing. I've always heard, or one of my good friends says, your purpose never changes, but your strategy does. And you have
Mm.
gone from, working as a team in sports and now working as a team as a financial person and advisor. And so I love that there's that shift. And not all of us can make it as sports professionals. So, it's nice that we can pivot those things. And are you talk about that pivot? Where did you was it college or was it high school? Where did that change and interest in finances come from?
Wow, good question. Out of grad school. I went to grad school in Boston and I was interviewing in Wall Street. And at the time, I wanted to go into politics. Right. So, which is crazy to think about now. I wanted to go into politics because I thought I could help the greater good, help people, you know, in wherever I was living. And then I started hearing how much money, by the way, you can make and how you can help people financially. I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. If I can help people financially towards retirement, they take the longest vacation that really they're ever gonna take, that's what I wanna do. I wanna help people take long vacations, and that's the way I look at retirement. So, I decided to kinda dovetail. So, I went from grad school to, Wall Street. It sounds selfish, but I really thought, I'm gonna help some people along the way take a long, long vacation." So, that's when I decided to make that shift.
So when, going back to your childhood, what was the business acumen like in your family? What was the
Mm.
financial acumen, IQ of your family? Like, did y'all not have long vacations or any vacations that made you really think, okay, I want to help people have vacations? How did that look?
Yeah. My father was way into business, like crazy, crazy into business. All he cared about was business, working, 18-hour days on business. And that I think that showed me, well, the value of hard work, by the way, or efficient work. And it was early that I figured out that, business could help small business owners who are, the engine of society, small business owners, which he was. Then he became a big business owner. So it was really based on, his work ethic, what he was doing that showed me kind of about business.
Yeah. Well, and I love, knowing who you are and how you are with your family. you learn from him what to do, but then you also learn what not to do. And I know that you're
Mhm.
very involved with your son, who I think is also in sports, if I'm right.
Yes, yes, he is a baseball and basketball player. Yeah, good point, yeah. So, that's a really good point. I decided to have that work-life balance. I believe personally that, life isn't just about work, where my father was just about work, really about work, unbelievably so, 18-hour days. I'm not kidding, right? And
That might have been the
I
generation because my dad is very much like that too.
Yeah. I think you're probably right, I think you're probably right. I instead took a 10-year time horizon where I was basically retired. I was semi-retired. I only worked a couple hours a week while I was, working with my family to no, have fun with my family. That's the best way to say it. So, I think that was beneficial. Although from a financial standpoint, oh my gosh, taking 10 years out of my prime, money-making years, it wasn't exactly great, but I was happy, raised my family, hung out with my kid, raised my family. It was great.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, there's more than one form of wealth, and having your
There you go.
father there for you and being a part of your
Yeah,
family and pouring into your wife and your son, I think is also and I think now even the new generation is really realizing that rich doesn't mean just
totally.
money in the bank. It means that your family spent time with you, you were able to speak and express your emotions. And so that's a really amazing thing. And then you kind of touched on, how you can